So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice and the players are all set to get started. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And this is now today's lineup.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
There's the whistle. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, Ollie Watkins here is a really well-rounded striker, but what I really love about him is the fact that he never stops working for his team. He puts in great graft, and he's always happy to drop that.
Can he finish? It's their first effort on goal.
Well, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Douglas Luiz. Van Dijk. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Lindelof. Bailey. And it's Barkley. To Douglas Luiz. And that's been intercepted. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Mbappe. Neither side yet able to find the net. And that was asking for too much. McAllister. Great vision.
Aston really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
In towards the back stick. Messi. Chouameni spread out to the left. Oh, some tackle that. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Buendia. Matson. Oh, sweet feet. Douglas Luiz. That's an imaginative pass. And he's taking no chances there. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Messi has it in a wide position. pass isn't the best. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Barkley and Lindelof. And it's Barkley. Douglas Luiz goes looking wide. The less said about that pass, the better. Messi. McAllister is always looking to break lines. Space for him to turn and look. Played into the box. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face to face with his great rival. That's a good ball out wide. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Oh, played through for the wide man. Chouameni, and it's Hakimi. And the keeper's got it again. Now Eder Militao into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And he's picked it up out wide. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And it's Hakimi. Watkins, Douglas Luiz. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Serginho. Turns back here, probably the best option. Eder Militao. And that is the end of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Please welcome everyone, our lads.
And we get things going again.
Fulham have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, he's having a go! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, it was a confident attempt and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold. And it's McAllister. Looking to play him in. But that has been slung wide. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's there to belt it away. Serginho. He shifted it to the flank. And he's there to clear it. That'll be a throw-in. Oh, nice touch. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now, this could be a chance. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. McAllister does really well to win the ball there. Vinicius Junior. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Barkley.
The attendance for this match was
Now it's Watkins, distributed tidily. It's run loose here. McAllister. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Buendia. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gets a good foot in there. Douglas Luiz. Buendia. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. That's a look and place it forward. Serginho. And it's Messi. And here's Mbappe. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Barkley. Here's Bailey. Pinches it off him. Eder Militao. And it's Hakimi. Vinicius Junior. There will be a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 27, Serginho. Number 17, Vinicius
Fulham
Junior.
do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
McAllister. Coming on the field.
Cash
Number
gets into a good
21,
position.
Judas.
There's the
Number
delivery.
19,
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Taking place.
Knocks it into space. He's found space here. Mings. Madsen. Nicely aimed pass. He's being urged to shoot. Chouameni. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Douglas Luiz. Looking for options for movement. Mbappe. Messi finding himself in space. Oh, shooting chance!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
And that has left him in a heap.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a great ball crossfield.
And it's Messi. And he welcomes it in. And he's quick to get rid. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Camavinga. Oh, good spread.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Mbappe. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And there goes the final whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite fair.
So there it is, everyone. It's finished.
Just
all
remains for me to
square.
thank Jim Beglin for joining us and to wish you a very good day. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Hello everybody and welcome to today's match.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I think we have another one here who's a member of the Catalan school of total football, and the type of player that is very much their speciality. This guy, Fermin Lopez, you have to wonder what it is with them and elite central midfielders, but he's going to be, if everything works out, that is, he's going to be up there with the best of all.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
I think the wide players will be very important here, Peter. A lot is going to be asked of them.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of work to get through.
Yeah, because they're going to have to cover the flanks on their own. They need to push up and establish some menace, some control, press from the front and act like auxiliary wingers, if you will, while also doing a fair bit of defending. And what's more, they're often expected to be the main supply routes in the side.
Well, we're on the way. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Murphy. He's shifted it to the flank. Well, they could break here. Aims beyond the defence.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
He came in hard, very hard. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Bruno Guimaraes. Hall. McAllister was in no mood for any of that. Fermin charging forward, the ball at his feet. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Hall. It's Murphy. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Son Heung-min, and that's gone loose. That's a throw. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Hall. Looking for options for movement. Oh, good climb! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. He's in a great position here. Willock. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
It's come to nothing. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Van Dijk. McAllister. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Kane. Spread out to the left. Murphy spots it and intercepts. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Jacob Murphy. Osula. It's Murphy. And it's Son Heung-min. Murphy does really well to win the ball there. And the counter is on. And that pass just didn't quite work. Van Dijk. Laporte. McAllister. Not the most accurate pass. Osula. Murphy. He's cut it out. And it's a corner. Paul goes short. Paul receives it in a wide position. And now they can spring out of defence. Quality ball. Played out to the left flank. Son Heung-min picks it up out wide. Xiao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Knocks it into space. Chance, surely! It's loose, and there's... Oh, what has happened here? Great chance! He's delivered all right! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Number 27.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Son Heung-min gets into a good position. And that is expertly dealt with. Osula. Bruno Guimaraes. Willock. Tries to play it through. Great vision. Now it's Messi. Burn. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Fulham currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. That gets us going once more.
Fulham really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked at a step too slow on everything.
And it's Hall. Bruno Guimaraes is only bettered by one man in terms of assists this season. Cross goes in there. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Murphy with the short one. Opts to big chance! Fulham are looking to go forward now. McAllister, who's looking wide. Now it's Son Heung-min. Serginho. And here's Son Heung-min. Can he get on the end of this? Swings in across. And that should get the job done. It's gone for a throw-in. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Towering header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Willock played out towards the right wing. Fulham still this single goal behind. Oh, good spread. Now it's Messi. Good ball, good take. Space for him to turn and look. There's the delivery. It's anyone's ball now.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Laporte. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Now it's Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
So we have movement on both benches.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Oh, this looks sharp. Gets a good foot in there. Newcastle needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And that's out of reach. McAllister. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Substitution on the field. Number 23, Jacob Murphy.
Intercepts the throw. That's well read. He has
He
found the way through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Can he get it through? A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And that was very necessary. Out of play for a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 3, Lewis Hall. Number 28.
Fulham have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Joe Linton. And it's Miley. And that was asking for too much. Caicedo. Vardiol. Fulham very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Bruno Guimaraes. Oyarzabal kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well read, nice interception. 5 minutes left on the clock. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vardiol. Mbappe. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Great ball, and he's in here.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Elanga.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mikel Oyarzabal. Camavinga. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Here comes the cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Cross in, looks like a good one.
They're avoiding the play.
And that'll be the end of that. Fulham came into this game looking for all 3 points, but in the end they're unable to lay claim even to a consolation prize. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I think it's one of these games where both have plenty to think about. I don't think it was by design the game ended this way. A listless loss and unconvincing win, depending on which perspective you want to look at it from.
They came, they saw, and they were
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
You were more than just...
A warm welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around this, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I think this fella, Kobbie Mainoo, could have a busy time here, having to play the role of a 6, an 8 and a 10. And I think when you consider his age and the fact that he can drop into all of those positions and perform without any problem, I think you know you've got something special brewing.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
So it's away we go then. With this game we reach the halfway point of this season. And here's Messi. Now it's McAllister. He was under real pressure there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Alexander-Arnold was in no mood for any of that. Dorgu, he's got plenty of space out wide here. He's in a great position here. Oh, shooting chance! And he's there to get it away. No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
This looks promising. Has to go back here. And goes for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Ahmad is offering a right smile there.
They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. That has been cut short. Good ball, good take. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Mainoo. Not the most accurate pass. McAllister. Oyarzabal. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely worked. Fulham still without a single shot on target. Oyarzabal finding himself in space, and it's Hakimi. Now this could be a chance. Oh, this looks sharp. That's good running with the ball. That's a good ball out wide. Burmo. Well, that has not gone well. Laporte. And it's Van Dijk. Chouameni, spread to the right. Now it's Messi. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Shaw. Dorgu. And he's being shifted off it. It's gone out for a throw-in. Messi. And it's Serginho. And it's Chouameni. Menu. Now Dorgu. Bruno Fernandes. Burmo. Can he get on the end of this? Shaw wants to run onto this. That's a decent clearance. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! The first significant strike. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Manchester United are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Pressure coming in from all directions. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And it's Serginho. McAllister is the team's great visionary. Now it's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal making good progress. Mazraoui defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Dorgu. Shaw. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Dorgu. Shifted it to the flank.
Fulham certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
That's an excellent interception. Spread it left.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Hakimi. Serginho. And this is Messi. Great vision. And that's been drilled in. Dorgu. Tries to pass it through. Always onto this. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Added time.
Alexander-Arnold. Hakimi. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Fulham come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Start, to say the least.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Please welcome everyone, our lads.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Fulham really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mazraoui. Menu. And that's been intercepted. Oyarzabal looking to receive it in space. And the finish! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Number 18,
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Now look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Bruno Fernandes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Mount. And here's Ahmad. Looks across and plays it in. Alexander-Arnold clears it away. Messi. Fulham are looking to break at pace.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Now it's Oyarzabal. And here's Mbappe. Oyarzabal. Messi. That's the keeper's ball. Mazraoui.
The attendance for this match was 20.
Now Diallo. Well seen. Saw that coming. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Ahmad. Mount. Nicely weighted ball. Chouameni. Mikel Oyarzabal. And it's Serginho. Now it's Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's on it, can he get away? Dorgu. Played out towards the right wing. Ahmad. Mount. Bruno Fernandes is onto this. Oh, good climb! Goal! Manchester United! And again they hit the front. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Manchester United have their lead.
Number 11.
Son Heung-min picks it up out wide. There's the shot!
Number 17.
Split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Eduardo Camavinga. substitution.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Header comes in! Oh, it's come loose.
Fulham really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Cleared away.
Fulham really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Camavinga, he's being urged to shoot. Chance! Well taken goal. And the lead lasts no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So we have movement on both benches.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
So again, we have parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's Mainu. Fulham have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's managed to get free. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Back in once more. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Fernandez finds himself offside. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Camavinga.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Nice bit of trickery. Fermin. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Messi has got himself a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Alexander-Arnold. Coming on to replace him is number 14, Federico Valverde.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Mbappe. Camavinga. Diogo Dalot. And Mbomo. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Camavinga. Mazraoui. Maguire. Dorgu has found the net here, of course. And that is that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye.
So there it is, everyone. It's finished four square.
Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Vitinha is making a start here. I wonder what sort of a role is he expected to play, Jim?
Well, he's something of a pass master, Peter, and his manager will want him on the ball as often as possible because there are few who are better at finding a gap and threading a pass through it. If the strikers are able to get on the end of them, then we could be seeing a few goals.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. So we're up and running. It's us or them. Always has been, always will be. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, split-second reaction.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Terrific effort! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes has it in a wide position. Backward it goes. Tries a shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the
Rafael
ball.
Leao, and he shoots! Goal! Portugal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
First quarter of an hour gone. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! He's done very well to get to that.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that has sent him sprawling. Pedro Neto, he leaps for it! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Cristiano Ronaldo! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Spread it left. Where it came from. He's had a shot! And no mistake. And they're threatening to fly away here. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Spain really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Portugal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Plays a sharp little ball here, and the shots! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, played right into his path. Shot at goal! And it's in! They are purring, truly purring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his...
And the finish! Rafael Leao gets flagged offside. Aimed beyond the defence. Kubasi. "30 minutes gone. And it's Neves.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that's a fine interception. Goes for a shot! And that's a good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Portugal are having a ball here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And he's managed to get free. Big chance! And a neat finish! And they're threatening to fly away here.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
He has found the way through. Shoots! And the ball's come loose here. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Steaming on Cristiano Ronaldo! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he's picked out the run. And the shot! And he hits the net. They are purring, truly purring.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Another one! This must be his personal high. Rodri. That has ended up in no man's land. Tries to play it through. Rafael Leao has the space to scheme. And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. And they're threatening to fly away here.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Rodri, and he's had it nicked away. Rodri really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Bruno Fernandes! And that's a sharp finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Rodri. Good ball, good take. He's having a hit! Oh, what has happened here? And a chance! It's rising! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And that is all they have time for. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Portugal really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Portugal are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 14.
So, into the second half.
E vai entrar com o número 13.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! The glamour and the glory! That is a gem! An absolute gem! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Rodri. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's made its way to him. Rafael Leao finding himself in space. It's a good-looking delivery. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And that's going up front in a hurry. Nicely weighted ball. Great chance! And that's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's a good ball out wide. Cristiano Ronaldo being hunted in packs.
Oh, look, Peter, this has been a textbook illustration of how not to defend. And finally...
Rafael Leao! He's put his foot right through that one.
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Substituição para Portugal.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So the main man takes his leave. Feel the ovation.
It's good to see that, Peter. He put in a very good day's work, and you can't do a lot more. It's a well-deserved rest.
Engages and forces him off the ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's picked his way through. Goes for the header! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now he's got space here. Can he finish? He's got a goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here. Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Unai Simon with the clearance. Pass somewhat off target. Spread out to the left. Oh, that's fabulous. João Neves. Chance! It's a goal! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Rafael Leao being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 10.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
He's found a way through. Has to go back here. Oh, shooting chance! Llorente. Throw in. Now it's João Felix. Bruno Fernandes receives. There's the shot! Well taken goal. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Portugal have opted to make another change here. Bruno Fernandes coming off. Just listen to this.
Listen, by taking him off now, the hat-trick hero gets a lovely ovation from the crowd, and I think the opposition will be just glad to see the back of him.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 8.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He's shifting through the gears here. He's having a shot! And it's in! How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Número 11.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Now it's Joao Felix. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Fabian Ruiz.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now that looks a decent ball. Not a hint of offside here. Joao Felix showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Oyarzabal. Played down the flank.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Trincao is flagged offside. That's a throw. Joao Felix getting forward. Forced to go back. He's on charge, surely! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Número 13.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Uma substituição.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
He's in a great position here. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, crossbar! Oh, there was plenty on that.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Spain making further changes here and in quick succession.
I think you have to...
Oh, they could be caught out here. Decent chance! It's a goal! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him. and things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Trincao. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Knocks it out wide. Knocks it into space. Trincao is in a really good position out wide. Oh, good effort! Oh, good finish! How many, just how many? The golf in class is vast.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So we have further activity on the bench here. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Rodri. The message is clear. None shall pass. He is through here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chance for a shot! Ruled out the best in the keeper. Impressive jump! And he's spooned it over the bar. Quality ball. Played out towards the right wing. Yamal. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Portugal really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
Pedimos ao dono do carro azul que está estacionado junto ao portão principal o favor de o retirar, pois está em vias de ser rebocado. Obrigado.